Right before Disney agreed to enter talks with Fox about a potential buyout, Fox Studios went on a giant binger, greenlighting tons of X-Men projects, and some of them actually made it to the big and or small screen. Among these was two TV series, The Gifted, which everybody but me has forgotten existed, and Legion, a series only four of us seem to remember ever existing or watching. So let's hear from Legion himself, aka Professor X's son. Did you guys know that Legion actually introduced Charles Xavier into the series? Like, there was an actor that played him, and nobody remembers? Yeah, season 3, man. After season 1, it was just all downhill. They pulled the Westworld thing where they're like, okay, well, season 1, so season 2, 3 smart, 5 you, everybody, and then they lost everybody because it was dumb. So, season 3, I never finished it. I assume it was probably good, I don't know. We're talking about Legion, right, okay, yeah, let me get back on track. So this comes at us from Legion actor Dan Stevens, who of course played the son of Charles Xavier, aka David Howler. And Dan Stevens, as he's been part of recent interview rounds related to, well, one of his latest projects, because he's in a ton of projects, this one specifically from Abigail, and if you haven't seen Abigail, it's great, I highly suggest it. He was asked about the potential of returning to the role because it's so unique, so different, and, well, very integral to Charles Xavier, right? And of course, if you watched Legion and I kept up with what happened in the series, you know that there's definitely a lot of questions that were still left unanswered, and they could easily tie this into the bigger multiverse thing. During the interview, he teased, hey, maybe. I mean, I could run into Cassie Lang because in Abigail, one of the stars next to him was Catherine Newton, who of course plays Cassie Lang. So he said, you never know, but as of right now, there's nothing else he can say. But he did mention, well, the director of Deadpool is here tonight, so maybe him and I have had words. Who knows? And then he again said, maybe I'll just corner him and we're going to sort things out and see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and say Legion is probably not in Deadpool 3. But if they seriously want to lean into the insanity of the multiverse, Dan Stevens is a great actor, like, truly tremendous. And the fact that he was already wasted, well, okay, he was supposed to play Crow, I think that's the villain of Eternals, but he was then replaced. He probably figured, yeah, this is pretty terrible. I have like 3 lines, and I don't want to be wasted on here for whatever reason. So, hey, maybe there's already been conversations and talks, right? So let's see what happens next. If he comes back as Legion, throw him into Secret Wars. He could perfectly fit into that insanity.